Hi everyone, so today we will be building a simple password generator with Vue.js and Tailwind CSS. It's actually a quite simple application. You can set it to include uppercase numbers or symbols, and you can also control the length of the password, and when you're done you can copy it to the clipboard. So let's get into it. Okay, for styling, I will be using Tailwind CSS, and hopefully it won't be a problem. And let's actually open up our browser on the left side so that we can see the changes in real time. And okay, so for starters, I want to wrap everything inside a div so that we can center it. And let's give it a max width of 7 pixels is a nice size, I think, and let's center everything. Okay, so now I want a big header that says random password generator. So for styling, let's give it a big size and let's center it. For bold, to make it really bold, and let's see. Okay, that looks like maybe margin top, like or let's actually give it to this 20. Okay, that looks kind of nice. Okay, now for our password holder, let's give another wrapper here, and inside we'll put our div that will hold the label for our password generator. Say generated passwords colon here, and then the actual container. Okay, so let's do let's give it a font size, core Excel, and let's the background color. I'm not paying slate 100. We can't see it right now because it doesn't have any size, so let's give it maybe a padding. There we go. And then in case our password is really long, let's give it a overflow hidden so that it doesn't overflow the container. And we'll store a password here. So for now, let's put the text password. Okay, like that. And okay, maybe let's add some spacing between them. Okay, that looks nice. Now let's add our filters. For them, we'll also need another container that will have a background color. Let's give it the same background color. And okay, they will be in rows of flags. Let's add a padding, see how it looks. Okay, that looks kind of nice. Let's give it a padding, margin top like 5 to separate them. And then let's make it rounded. Okay, let's see how it looks in big screen. Okay, for some reason our max width is not working. Okay, let's see why. Okay, look what else going on. Okay, max width 7 pixels. In Mix Auto, it should work. Okay, I think we need to put everything inside this. Okay, looks fine. And let's give this rounded also to our password container, so it also looks nice. Okay, now for our filters, we'll put them inside labels. It doesn't really matter, it can be different, but I'll call it labels. And input which will be a checkbox. And we'll have a span here to display a text. Our first option, not filters, options. Okay, so our first option will be include uppercase. Okay, and let's see how it looks. Okay, there. Sticky, so let's give it some space. Let's do flaps and a gap 2. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, let's add a first pointer there. Okay, that looks nice. Now we will need to copy and paste this a couple of times. So for one for numbers and for the symbols. Okay, so let's do this numbers and symbols. Okay, so and we'll also need another one for our password length, but it will look a bit different. Okay, let's do length. This will be a range. Okay, so let's move this to the left side. Okay, and let's put another one. This will be a number, like that. But we will need to limit it probably size. Okay, let's do like this. Okay, let's give it a value like 16. And this one too, because they will be in sync. Okay, that kind of looks nice, but let's make this span the whole parent. So this, we will probably need to add something here to make them go all the way. So let's do justify between. Okay, that kind of looks nice, I think. Let's see. Okay, that looks nice. And our options are almost ready, so let's try to make everything reactive. So first we will need our password right there. So let's create a variable generated password, which will be a ref, and the initial value, so the empty string. So now we can display it here, but in curly braces. As you can see, it's empty. Okay, and then we will need 1, 2, 3, 4 another variables. Okay, let's do min length would be hard-coded value, let's say 16, and max length would be let's say 32. Now we can bind our inputs to these values. Okay, so they both will be okay, I think we will need another variable for that. Password length would be ref. It should be a number. Okay, so let's give the initial value as our min length. So this will be 16 as initial value. So now we can bind up length inputs to our password length, like so. Okay, necessary value binding. Okay, I think because we have values here, it's complaining about it. Let's actually move this to a separate line and get rid of this value. Now it should work. Okay. Something is wrong. Okay. Now they're in sync, but we should probably limit them. Okay, let's do that. So the min value will be min length, and the max value will be max limit. Let's copy and paste it as well. Okay, so yeah, that works fine. Now we'll need 3 additional values and variables for options. So it will be uppercase and will be false. Need a typo here. Okay, so this will be for this checkbox, and then 2 others for include numbers and include symbols, like so. Now we can bind our checkboxes to our variables, reactive variables. We include what is this, uppercase? Okay, uppercase. And the green model include numbers. And the another includes symbols. Okay, now we will need a function to actually create or generate our password. And let's create this function. Generate random passwords. Okay, so we will need base characters, and then for our options we'll need additional characters, and we'll actually store them in just basic strings. So let's actually put them outside our container. So our base characters will be lowercase characters, and I will paste them like so, and I will actually paste all of them to save some time. Okay, these are characters, lowercase, uppercase, numbers, and symbols. You can modify them to your liking. Alright, so first let's do base characters will be our lowercase characters, right? Okay, and now every time we generate our password, we'll need to check if these options are true. So based on their values, we will add these characters to our base characters. For that, we will check if include uppercase. Let's go for that first. If it's true, then base characters we'll add our uppercase characters. Yeah, like that. And then we'll need to repeat the same thing for our let's quickly do this, and if it includes numbers, then we'll add number characters, and if it includes symbols, we'll add symbol characters to our base characters. And that's basically it. And then we will we'll need a loop to add each character to our password, and then the limitation will be the length of our password, which is this password length value, and we increment it. And each time this happens, we will need a random index like this, and we'll need to get a random element from our base characters, and for that we can use path floor, and here we'll also do math random and times base characters dot length. Okay, this is a very common function that you can use to create a random index. Okay, this will give us a random index, and for that we can add it to our generated password, like this. So this will add this random index, pick something from our base characters. So we can use this random index, and it will add the existing value of our generated value. So this plus equal means that it will add it to the existing value. Alright, so let's give it a try, and we can run this function, see if it works. And as you can see, it is working, but it's not reactive because we will need a watcher. Okay, watcher. We can also add a button to generate each time, but I think with making our checkboxes and our inputs reactive being watched by application is a better approach. So each time our reactive elements change, we will generate our password, and for that we'll use our password length. We will watch these values, okay, and include uppercase, include numbers, and include symbols. Alright, so when I check this, it right, but it's okay. So first we will need to reset our value to an empty string so that it doesn't add to the existing value. And as you can see, it is including a number here and symbols. And if we change the length, here is working as expected. And now let's try to create a button so that we can copy this to a clipboard. Okay, so for that we will need a button. Okay, let's add this button here. It says copy password. Okay, so see how it looks. Okay, it's ugly, so let's do some styling. Let's do padding on the left and right 4, top and bottom 2. Let's make it black and text white. So folks, okay, maybe a margin top like 12 and stop it rounded. Okay, let's go to new line. You can resize this, and it's ready. Okay, I think this kind of looks weird too. Okay, so when we click on this, we want to copy the password. From that, we'll create a function that says copy passwords. Okay, need a typo. Let's just call copy. Okay, so let's put this function. Okay, so it will basically add navigator, clipboard, that's right text, and the value will be the generated password dot value, and after Netflix loads that copied passwords. Okay, so numbers, strip join. Let's copy it, copy the password, and let's see if this value is actually on our clipboard, and yes, it is. And now we can take it a step further and refactor everything to a hook. So let's actually do it. Let's create a function or side the hooks called also use. The hooks are usually starts with the prefix use. So use random password generator JS. Okay, so Here's common type generator. Okay, so what we can do here, so we will extract basically everything. Yes, so let's cut everything and paste here, and everything basically. Max length. Okay, so now we will need to return everything. So our generated passwords and all of them, basically all of them, and a couple of functions. So generate bits, generate password, and min length, max length, includes numbers, include symbols, and include uppercase. And generate password, our function, and this copy function. So I think that's all of it. And now we will need to import them. So we don't need this. Import use password first random password generator. We imported our hook, and then we will need to this. And now we will need our generated password, our copy function, include numbers, include uppercase. So basically everything that we need. It's about, I think we also need our password length. It's to be returned from our hook. Right now I think that's it. So we need to. So the password length. Now everything should work except the same, and looks like we actually don't need that password because it will be reactive. So let's go to our browser and everything should work exactly the same. So it is a password, and it's okay. That's how you can create a simple password generator in a Visual application. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Catch you guys on the next one.